Was commented, how do you always have such nice wheels in your car? And I said, well, I try and drive right into potholes. Ed just tells me that you can now purchase aftermarket wheel and tire warranty protection programs on used cars, which is fantastic because I previously believed that you could only purchase them on new cars. So going back 6 or 7 years ago when I first leased my Volkswagen Jetta GLI, a big selling point on the add-ons is that they said, oh, you can add a tire and wheel protection program. And living in Cleveland with the potholes that we have, 18-inch wheels on summer tires proved potentially costly to replace or repair. So I figured $600, $700 one time for the duration of a 3-year lease, 12,000 miles a year, I would probably get my money's worth out of it. And if I didn't, I'd learn a valuable lesson and not opt for it in the future. Famously, I remember when I was signing the warranty, the salesman said, the best part is that you can put snow tires and snow wheels on the car and you can get the same warranty. And in my mind, I thought, if I can put snow tires and snow wheels, can I put any tires or any wheels on the car? He goes, oh, yeah, as long as they're factory spec. And I said, well, snow tires and snow wheels would obviously not be factory spec, given that they need to be smaller and narrower. And he said, well, you know, there's a certain parameter laid out in the contract. And I said, okay, great. So I took it to heart that I would study that contract and make it my own and make that contract work for me. So the first year of ownership, I probably went through 4 of the Dunlop tires that were on the car, one of the tires 3 times, driver's side, front, 3 times. And I remember I would actually actively not even miss potholes. Granted, young, naive, impressionable. Today, even with a warranty, I would avoid potholes. But my parents used to always say, why, your car's always in the shop, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, Mom, I've got this warranty. I don't even have to worry about it. They're paying out. And she said, okay, yeah, well, that'll come bite you one day. And I said, okay, Mom, day of reckoning comes, I can say you told me so, right? So over the course of the first year, 4 tires and 2 rims. And the shtick was, if the wheel is beyond repair, the rim is beyond repair, we'll buy you a new one, right? And honestly, these Volkswagen lightweight alloy wheels looked beautiful, but they weren't quite durable. So one good pothole and it was bent beyond repair. So let's put it this way, if I ever curbed a wheel, I'd make sure that wheel hit the pothole next so as to get a new rim. And always, my friends always commented, how do you always have such nice wheels in your car? And I said, well, I try and drive right into potholes. Lo and behold, a few years later, the lease was coming due, and I figured, I'm so in love with this car, I've spent so much money on this car, I want to buy it out. So I purchased the vehicle out of the lease. Lucky for me, going back to the same individual who sold me the car and the tire and wheel protection program in the first place, he in fact enlightened me that I'm able to extend said program because I'm purchasing the vehicle from the same dealership. I was ecstatic. I figured another 5 years of warranty out of this vehicle and this tire and wheel protection program would be well worth the cost. And he said, you can pay every month. I was like, no, I'll pay in full, it's fine. And I think it was a little bit more this time, given over 5 years. But given the fact that over 3 years, this company paid out probably close to $6,000 in tires and wheels for me, I figured it would probably be worth it for $700 or $800 to get this 5-year protection program. After I purchased the vehicle, I soon after put BBS forged wheels in the car, which are beautiful wheels, and they're really quite nice. They're close to $600 a piece, so I figured that this program would be fantastic for them. And then pairing them with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, it was great. Granted, in the factory spec, couldn't go wider than 225, but still, it's a good spec for that kind of car. So far, they've replaced 3 of those BBS wheels and 2 tires. So we're looking at $700 buy-in price point, each wheel $600. I think I'm probably doing okay, and I still got 2 more years left on it. So far, so good on that. This really rolls into another story of other, these sort of warranties and leased cars and whatnot. I figured that I love this GLI so much, I'm gonna protect it, keep it at home, and I'll lease a base model Jetta S 5-speed, which is, as they say, Jeremy Clarkson says, a rental car is the fastest car in the world. And so it was. I had a lot of great times in that car, and I honestly drove it like I stole it because, as I would always say, it's a lease, bro. It doesn't matter, which, granted, I just turned it in recently, haven't gotten the bill back yet, so I might have to come back and tell that story when I get the bill. But at the end of the day, that tire protection program, I rolled into that lease as well. That vehicle, again, driving around DC, had a lot of potholes, a lot of chug holes and whatnot, and I was able to get a similar value proposition and ROI on that $600 buy-in price point. So Next time you see someone driving around erratically, they might not be drunk, they might not be a foreign driver, they might just be looking to get a new set of rims and tires.